Good evening, everyone. So tonight we're going to come into a really lovely deep body stretch to get rid of all of those woes of today and really focus on connecting to a nice deep release and to feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more at ease and a little more focused. So we're going to start seated and come into easy pose, just cross-legged if that feels comfortable for you. You're always welcome to sit in seated butterfly or with the legs just out the front if that's better. And just find a moment here to just drop tall through the spine and relax the shoulders down into the back. We're going to draw the palms together at heart center into your Anjali Mudra. And just close your eyes just to connect to your breath for a moment. Breathe in through your nose and out through the nose. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. One more time, breathing in. Exhale, let go. Release the tension, rock the neck from side to side. And take your breath with you throughout the practice to give you that connection as we move through. So keeping your eyes closed here, we're just going to release the hands down either side of the body. Press the fingertips into the earth and lengthen through. We're going to inhale that left palm up and bring that hand across to that right ear. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, just gently tilt the head to relax the shoulders, just stretch through the neck and walk with the right fingertips out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. As you release that breath, just begin to roll your chin towards the center of your chest, releasing that top hand. And then take the head all the way to the other side. Inhale that right arm up. Bring the hand across that ear. Relax the shoulders as you exhale. Walk those left fingertips out on the mat. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Beautiful. One more deep breath. And exhale. Release the hand as you bring the chin to the chest. Circle the chin all the way down to the center of the chest. Release that top hand down to the side body. Stretch through the back of the neck. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more time, deep breath in. And let the breath go. Slowly draw the head back to neutral, keeping the eyes closed. We're going to inhale, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale, roll them back and down. Just release the neck, let it go. Okay, so we're coming into seated butterfly now, so you can keep your eyes closed if you want to. We're going to draw the soles of the feet together out in front of you, grounding through the sit bones. The feet can be in towards your groin as much as you want, or you can take them out a little bit further. Hands either on your shins, thumbs in towards the soles of your feet, or hands clasped around the front of the feet, depending on how that feels through your thighs, through your hips. Wherever you are, tummy muscles in, breathe in and lengthen through to the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, just focus on directing that breath into your hips. So closing your eyes here really gives you focus to release into your hip flexors. Keep that breath going. Beautiful. Allow each breath to flow. Allowing your mind to calm. Allow that focus on each exhale traveling down into the hips, the inner thighs, and letting those knees come out a little bit further. One more deep breath in. Exhale all the way down the spine, into the hips, into the thighs. Let the breath go. Release the hands, gently bring the hands around inside of the legs, draw them in towards each other, and then slide the legs out long. Just give them a little shake, release them off and ground through the sit bones. So again, you can keep the eyes closed if you want to, following my voice, or you can gently open them if you feel like you need to. So bring the hands down either side of the body, drop nice and tall through the spine, tummy muscles in. And inhale the palms up either side of the body, lengthen through to the fingertips. As you exhale, tip from the hips and push the fingertips forwards towards those feet. Now if it becomes too much through the legs, it'll bend into the knees and release the hands down onto the feet, chest to thighs, stretch through the neck. You're keeping those legs nice and long, relax the upper body and just continue to push the chest forwards as if you're trying to push it towards your feet. Find that length. Deepen the breath. Just bringing the spine into a neutral position. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, let the breath go. Beautiful, drop the chin in towards the chest and inhale, slide the hands up the front of the legs, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other, all the way up through the midline, and then slowly roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale the palms all the way up as the head lifts. Palms together above the head, and exhale the hands down through heart center. Beautiful. Take a breath in when your hands come to your heart. And let it go. Release the hands, just release the shoulders and give the neck a rock. So from here, we're going to bend into that left foot, draw it up and towards that right knee. Hook that foot up and over. We're going to come into a spinal twist. If it's too much crossing the legs today, just sit nice and comfortably and come into an open twist. Absolutely fine. So drop nice and tall wherever you are, ground the sit bones. The legs up and across, draw that right arm around the left leg, other hand around the back body, in towards your spine as much as you can. Breathe in and lengthen through to the crown. As you breathe out, twist through the spine and allow that opening through the chest, but keep the height, keep that length. You're welcome to sit up on a block here if you want to. Just to really focus on keeping that length through the spine, keeping the shoulders relaxed and the chest open. And just begin to wring out all the tension from your day. All the tension through the muscles in the back body. Just feel all of it melt away with each outward breath. Beautiful. Keep that breath going. One more time, breathe in, lengthen through to the crown. Exhale, slowly untwist, coming back to a neutral position. Gently guide the fingertips to the earth, unhook that top leg, just give the legs a little shake, release them off, ground through the sit bones again. Coming round the other side, so drawing that right foot in, hook that foot up and over the left. Draw the left arm around the right leg, other hand around the back body, in towards the spine at the center as much as you can. Inhale, lengthen through to the crown. Exhale, twist. Again, if it's too much on this side, just sit in a nice comfortable position and just take an open twist. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Start to feel all the vertebrae open up here, the space in between the ribs. Just really stretching out through those muscles. Beautiful. Just feel it travel down into the hips now. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Untwist, come back to center, unhook that top leg, draw the knees in slightly together and just rock the hips from side to side. bring the spine back to neutral. Just bring the hands underneath the thighs. Breathe in, lengthen through to the crown. Breathe out, relax the shoulders down. Just find your neutral. And one more time, breathe in. Let it go. Release it off. Beautiful. So bringing the hands down onto the earth. We're going to come round onto all fours when you're ready. And we're going to come into a forward fold. So we're going to keep the toes tucked under and bring the hands in towards the knees as much as we can. So find that positioning for you. We're going to drop the crown of the head down, draw the tummy muscles in, take a breath and push onto the feet. And either walk the hands in towards the feet or the feet in towards the hands, whatever feels more comfortable. Keep a little bend at the knees and just let the upper body drop down and just find your comfort here. Feet hip width apart, grounding the weight evenly. And just find that release through the upper body. Just maybe just shake through the shoulders, shake through the head, or release the tension. Just let everything drop, let everything go. You can sway from side to side. Lovely. And then come back to that neutral position. We're still going to keep a little bend here, but we're going to come into ragdoll. So we're going to hold opposite elbow over opposite hand. We're going to take a breath in and push the hips high. So even with that bend there, lifting through the ribs. And as you exhale, let the upper body drop and use the arms as a weight. You'll feel that release through the ribs, through the upper body, letting the shoulder blades open, traveling all the way down into the lower back. So you focus on your own body here, grounded through the soles of the feet. Breathe in, draw that energy all the way up the legs into the hips. And as you exhale, let the upper body drop. You've got 3 more breaths here in your own time. Slow each exhale down. On your last one, try and deepen the breath a little, lengthen through the legs a little more, pushing the hips high. Slow the exhale down and really release the chest down to the thighs, relax the upper body, let the arms drop. As you expel that breath from the body, release the hands down to the earth and just find where you've come now compared to where you were. So we're going to very slowly roll up from here. So we're going to take a nice deep bend into the knees, ground through the soles of the feet, tummy muscles in. Breathe in, push the hips high, and then begin to roll up through the spine. So you might need a deeper breath here. Breathing through the midline of the body, finding that stability, find that comfort as you roll through. Just one vertebra at a time, really focus on your own body here, your own breath. Begin to tuck the tailbone under as you get halfway. Palms to the sky, shoulders come back and down. Inhale the arms all the way up, coming into your mountain. Palms together above your head and drop the shoulders down into your back. Find that length all the way through the body. Deep breath in. And exhale the hands all the way down through heart center. Beautiful. Take a breath in when the palms come to heart center. And release. Release the hands, just walk through the legs, let that go. And then we're going to turn to the front and step nice and wide. And we're going to come into a leg strength and coming into some nice deep stretches through the legs. So just take it easy, find your comfort here, but just allow the body to just stretch with the breath. So really focus on your breathing. So we're going to take the feet as wide as is comfortable for you and take them parallel towards the edges of the mat. Ground them down evenly, so we're not pushing onto little toe side or big toe side. And we're going to lengthen through the legs. So lift up on the thigh muscles, tucking the tailbone under, tummy muscles in, shoulders back and down. We're going to start by turning that left foot in 10-15 degrees, right foot all the way round. Take hold of your hips and steer them towards that front leg. So just when you need to here, if you feel unsteady, you can take the feet wider on the mat to find your stance. Just make sure that your hips are square and you feel comfort through the center, through the core of your body. Bend that front knee over ankle and then tilt your pelvis under so you're not sticking the bottom out. keep the hips square, tummy muscles in, hands down by your side. So coming into our warrior one, inhale the arms all the way up either side of the body. Bring the palms together above the head. Exhale, drop into that front hip. So again, adjusting where you need to find your stability. But lift up on all these muscles, all the way from the ankles through the body. If it's too much with your hands in the air, bring them down onto the hips. Focus your eyes on something static and find your leg stretch. Deepen the breath. Beautiful. Keep that back going. We've got one more here. As you exhale, you're going to release your palms down either side of the body. We're going to inhale, straighten up through that front leg and then turn that back foot in. Bring it in slightly so you can get that heel to the ground. So find your stability here coming into pyramid pose. So this front leg is straight. If it's too much and you want to bend into the knee, that's fine. Just bring knee over ankles. It's not too far back and too far forwards. Ground through both feet evenly. Tummy muscles in, lengthen through the body. Hands either side of that front leg. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tip from the hips, pushing the chest forwards as the hands slide down that leg. Coming into a nice lengthened back. Take a breath in when you feel that pull. Exhale, tip from the hips and float down that bit further. So hands can stay on your shin, your thigh, onto blocks either side, or just let the upper body drop. Just watch that back foot because it will start to turn out. We want to draw it in as much as we can. And focus on that length through the body. If it's too much with this front leg straight, little bend into the knee. You can even bring the hands onto the thigh here. Find that length through the body. You're getting that stretch through that back leg. Then go to where you feel comfortable. Deep breaths in. Slow breaths out. Beautiful. Just two more here. After your second exhale, you're going to bring both hands inside that front foot. And then gently walk the hands to center. Turn both feet out to the corners of the mat into a wide leg fold. So just lengthen through the spine to begin with into a flat back position. So you might lift up slightly. Taking a deep breath in. As you breathe out, push the bottom back, crown of the head forwards. Find your connection with your flat back. So if you've got a mirror, it's quite nice to have that connection there to look into. Deep breaths. If you want to bring hands onto hips or onto thighs, just for support here, you can. Beautiful. One more deep breath in. Exhale, tip from the hips, drop the upper body down, come into a complete wide leg forward fold. Drop the crown of the head down so eye gaze is through the legs. And you can be on a block, letting the arms hang, fingertips, palms, down onto forearms, whatever feels comfortable for your body here. Deep breath. Slow it down, just releasing all that stress and anxiety through the crown of the head. Beautiful. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let the upper body drop. Release that breath away. So from here, we're going to walk to that right foot. We're going to take a breath in and walk the hands towards that right foot. We're going to bend into that right knee. Drop into the hip. We're going to draw the toes up on that other foot and bring the heel up on this right foot. So we're coming into a side lunge. It's quite an intense stretch. So you just go to where you're comfortable. If it's too much and you really can't come into this one, just come into a normal lunge position and open the hip in that space there. Just try and come down as low as is comfortable for you. It's a very intense stretch, so just breathe. Lovely. We're going to walk to the other side. So take a breath in, walking the hands all the way to the other side. Begin to tip the toes up on that right foot and come up onto the heel of that left foot. Onto the toe, sorry, lifting the heel. Open the chest, keep the shoulders relaxed, breathe. Lovely. We've got 2 more breaths here, and then we're going to come into a lunge position on this side to rise up into our pyramid and our warrior one. So a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. We're going to walk the hands around this left leg and then turn it into a lunge position so that we can work our way into our pyramid. So draw that back foot in slightly so we can start to bring that heel down. Square the hips, breathe in, push through that front foot as you straighten through. As you breathe out, drop the chest down towards the thigh. So if it's too much again, you can work your way up. If you bend into that front knee to bring the hands onto the thigh and lengthen through the spine here. Again, find your comfort. It's a very intense stretch. Go to where you feel it's right for you. It might be different on this side. You might have the knee bent on this side or straight if it wasn't on the other. Deep breaths in. Slow breaths out. Just 2 more here. Relax the upper body. Last breath in. Exhale, let the upper body drop. Bend into that front knee and turn that back foot in. So we're going to square the hips and rise up into our warrior one. So grounding through both feet. Really push through this front foot, tummy muscles in. Inhale, push through that front foot. Lift the chest, nice and slow, keeping the hips in alignment. Again, to feel that weight even through both feet as we inhale the palms all the way up, lifting the chest. Bring the palms together above the head. Exhale, drop into that front hip. Keep the pelvis tucked under, so squeeze into that back glute to protect your back. Relax your shoulders, focus the eye gaze. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Lovely. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands, begin to tip from the hips. We're going to come back into that lunge position, turn that back foot in, ground the palms down onto the earth, tummy muscles in, inhale that front foot back, into downward dog. So feet width apart, grounding through the body, hands shoulder width apart, spread the fingers nice and wide. Breathe in, push into the hips, breathe out, push back and down into the heels and lengthen all the way through. Deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. So we're going to come into our 3-leg dog from here. So we're going to take a breath in, draw that left leg up and back behind you into 3-leg dog, low or high. Keep the hips nice and square. We're going to move through into swan. Breath in, come up into the balls of that right foot. Breath out, bend into that back knee, draw it all the way to the front into swan position. Knee down on the mat, foot in towards the groin, back leg out long, and lengthen through the body. So ground through into the hips, relax the shoulders, find your comfort, just allow that release into the hip, into the back. Just take a moment to release into this beautiful stretch. And you can either stay here or you can deepen a little further by taking a breath in. And as you breathe out, releasing the chest down to the earth. Walking the hands out in front of you, releasing the forehead down and taking it into extended swan. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Keep that length all the way through the back body. And just breathe deeply. Releasing a little more with each outward breath. Just begin to surrender to your muscles. Deepen that stretch as you focus deeply on your exhale. Beautiful. Just 2 more breaths here. Really focus on releasing the tension. Don't hold any tightness, Lengthen your last exhale, releasing the chest, the shoulders, the neck and head. Let it go. Beautiful. On your next breath in, begin to inhale and walk the hands back in towards you. Opening up through the chest. So we're going to come back into our downward dog from here. So ground the palms down, square the hips, tuck the back toes under. You're going to inhale, slide that front leg out nice and slow, and come back into your downward dog. So adjust where you need to. Ground through the palms, push up high into the hips, back and down into the heels, lengthen through the body. And gently pedal that out, push one heel down and then the other. Really stretch through the calves, so real slow movements, really feel that stretch. Make sure the crown of the head's dropped down. Breathe. Lovely. Just even that up on both sides. Then push into the hips, back and down into the heels. Tummy muscles in, inhale that right leg up and back behind you. Into three-leg dog, lengthen through. Come up onto the balls of that left foot, breathe in, breathe out, bend into that right knee, draw it all the way through to swan position on this side. Knee down onto the mat, foot into the groin. Open the chest, back leg out long. Breathe into that hip, just let the muscles relax, let them sink. Either stay here and breathe or come into extended swan by taking a breath in. As you exhale, tip from the hips, chest to the earth, fingertips out long. And just come down as far as is comfortable for you. If it's too much, come back up. Just allow that release on this side. Deepen the breath. Giving the muscles time here to completely release, to relax, to lengthen, to feel that beautiful deep stretch. Feel every bit of tension melt away with your outward breath. Two more deep breaths in. Slow breaths out, releasing the chest, the shoulders, the neck and head. Feel that thigh muscle stretch into the glute, into the hip. And let all the tension melt away. Beautiful. After your second exhale, you're going to inhale, walk the hands back in towards you slowly. Ground through the palms, open the chest. Coming back into your downward dog one more time. Tuck toes under at the back, tummy muscles in. Inhale, slowly slide that front leg out. Make your way back into downward dog. Just where you need to. Ground through the palms. Push up high into the hips, back and down into the heels, drop the crown of the head. And gently pedal it out. Push one heel down and then the other, really stretch through that right calf. Breathe. Just enjoy that length through the body. Enjoy that deep breath all the way through. Really focus. Beautiful. One more each side. And then inhale, push up into the hips, back and down into the heels, lengthen all the way through the body, deep stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly begin to lower the knees to the earth, either bringing the knees together, feet together, or taking the knees wide, big toes together as we come into child's pose. Take a breath in at center. Exhale deeply, push the hips back. Bringing the chest either onto thighs or onto the earth, or onto a block or cushion, and release the upper body down. The forehead can also go onto a cushion. And if it's too much with the arms in front, bring the hands down by your feet and let the shoulders drop. And just bring the palms together if the hands are out in front of you. Into your Anjali Mudra. And just bring focus to each breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. And if you feel you want a little stretch up into the upper body, the neck and the head, you can bend into the elbows and bring the Anjali Mudra behind your neck. Just allows the chest to drop a little further. Brings focus. And a deeper connection as you let go. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to restore your energy. Allow your mind to calm as you release deeply into your child's pose. Your restorative position to connect to your parasympathetic nervous system and to move you into your relaxation state.